second lieutenants, captains. They had claimed their natural birthright and they had been duly honoured in their season. Envy had nagged at him vaguely over the years. He too had been a public schoolboy. Buses didn't seem very frequent, and he wondered if he would make the 8:35 after all. He looked out along the well-lit street before retreating once more into the bus shelter, its wooden walls predictably covered with scrawls and scorings of varying degrees of indecency. Kilroy inevitably had visited this shrine in the course of his infinite peregrinations, and several local tarts proclaimed to prospective clients their nymphomaniac inclinations. Enid loved Gary, and Dave loved Monica. Variant readings concerning Oxford United betrayed the impassioned frustrations of the local football fans, eulogy and urination. All fascists should go home immediately, and freedom should be granted forthwith to Angola, Chile, and Northern Ireland. A window had been smashed, and slivers of glass sparkled sporadically amid the orange peel, crisp packets, and cola tins. Litter. How it appalled him. He was far more angered by obscene litter than by obscene literature. He would pass some swinging litter laws if they ever made him the supremo. Even in this job, he could do something about it. Well, if he got it. Come on, boss. 7:45. Perhaps he should stay in Oxford for the night. Wouldn't matter. If freedom should be granted to Angola and the rest, why not to him? It had been a long time since he had spent so long away from home. But he was losing nothing, gaining in fact, for the expenses were extremely generous. The whole thing must have cost the local authority a real packet, 6 of them shortlisted, 1 from Inverness. Not that he would get the job, surely. Quite a strange experience, though, meeting people like that. One couldn't get too friendly, like the contestants in a beauty competition. Smile and scratch their eyes out. Another memory glided slowly back across his mind. If you were appointed, what do you think would be your biggest headache? The caretaker, I shouldn't wonder. He had been amazed at the uproariously delighted reception given to this innocent remark, and only afterwards had he discovered that the current holder of the sinecure was an ogre of quite stupendous obstinacy, an extraordinarily ill-dispositioned man, secretly and profoundly feared by all. Yes, he would get the job. And his first tactical triumph would be the ceremonial firing of the wicked caretaker, with the unanimous approbation of governors, staff, and pupils alike. And then the litter. And then... Waiting for a bus. He hadn't seen her come in from the far side of the shelter. Below her plastic hat, tiny droplets of drizzle winked from the carefully plucked eyebrows. He nodded. Don't seem very frequent, do they? She walked towards him. Nice-looking girl. Nice lips. Difficult to say how old she was. 18? Even younger, perhaps. There's one due about now. That's good news. Not a very nice night. No. It seemed a dismissive reply, and feeling a desire to keep the conversation going, he wondered what to say. He might just as well stand and talk as stand and be silent. His companion was clearly thinking along similar lines, and showed herself the slicker practitioner. Going to Oxford? Yes, I'm hoping to catch the 8:35 train to London. You'll be all right. She unfastened her gleaming plastic mac and shook the raindrops to the floor. Her legs were thin, angular almost, but well-proportioned, and the gentlest, mildest of erotic notions fluttered into his mind. It was the whiskey. You live in London? No, thank goodness, I live down in Surrey. You going all that way tonight? Was he? It's not far, really, once you've got across London. She lapsed into silence. What about you? You going to Oxford? Yeah, nothing to do here. She must be young, surely. Their eyes met and held momentarily. She had a lovely mouth. Just a brief encounter, though, in a bus shelter, and pleasant, just a fraction more pleasant than it should have been.